Right, well it's time for the latest update on where the Schaublin 102 lathe is at, and it's moving along nicely. As you can see, I've cleaned up and sprayed the bed with low sheen, well satin anyway, black automotive enamel, and it looks pretty nice, so I'm happy with that. It looks quite presentable now, and that's the good news. Now there's some other news, and it's a little bit confusing. You come across here, I've finally got the headstock apart, and what I found, to say I was gobsmacked would be an understatement. Looking at the headstock, is the front of the headstock, and looking at the front bush, it's steel. There is no bronze bush. There's also no ball thrust bearing at the front. There's a ball thrust bearing at the rear, and there's a tapered well, there's a bronze bush, a taper fit bronze bush at the rear. So we have spindle, metal, steel on steel, and the whole setup is nothing like I was expecting. Now it's interesting, this has got greases fitted to it, and these are the greases. Now they're the old pattern greaser that I would say was right for the period. So maybe, I mean, looking at this, it suggests to me that this lathe was meant to have greases, and if you look, there's a grease channel in this front double tapered bearing area. I mean, the idiot that worked on this in the past didn't even line the grease channel up with the grease hole. I mean, you put grease in there, it's going nowhere because there's not even a hole there. The whole thing is half a turn out of whack. So people that have worked on this in the past, I've got serious reservations about their ability. Now, of course, it is 90 years old, and who knows what's been going on with it. Every man and his dogs probably play with it. Now, looking at this, I mean, that is obviously the original spindle. It all lines up with the way everything's machined up here. And I mean, if you look at the spindle, and then you look at this PDF file here, I hope this comes out, of a 102 spindle. This has got bronze bushes front and rear. It's got a thrust bearing at the front. Now it looks nothing like the one out of mine. Now, once again, I don't know how old that particular 102 setup is, but certainly this to me looks like it's meant to be a greased spindle. Now I'd be most interested to hear what the Schaublin representatives have got to say about this, whether they've got any insight into what variations there were in these particular headstocks. But to me this looks like the real McCoy, and I'll have to see what I can do about any wear in it. There's a bit of this grooving in there which isn't great. On here there's grooving right through. I mean, it's livable, but it's not wonderful. I can redo some of this with a tool-post grinder and with a fine stone, but I'll have to see what I can do. I have to blue it all up, wash it down, blue it up, and just see how it all lines up. So there you go. To say I was stunned is basically the right word for it, because this is nothing like I was expecting. And once again, if anybody's got any comments on this, I'd be most interested to hear what they've got to say regarding this particular setup. Okay, that's it for now.